basically have all mountains in view. Like the YouTube is like just like mountain ranges from one side to another. I'm back in a second. Thank you, silly girl. I'm not gonna sit down just yet. Need to get some more things first. There we go. Indeed. And greetings upon you, beloved and holy friend. What a pleasure to have you here with me, Amanda and Shannon. What a gorgeous scene. What a pleasure to share it with you. Mountain elders supporting us in the background. Are you Shanna? How are you, Shanna? Thank you, Amanda, for sending love. So much love being sent. Thank you, Siobhan. I'm doing well today. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for asking. How are you? Thank you for asking as well, Shannon. Pippi, she was holding some space for us. Thank you, Aunt B, for holding space with me, sharing this moment. Me today, being free. Are we free right now? We're free enough to have this at least. So that's something. I want to talk about what it means to be free. Brother Brandon, shared this snippet from a book he's reading right now with me, and it kind of went into this topic of freedom. Freedom is a tricky one. We all want to be free. You schmexy, no, you schmexy, you schmexy, sofa, sofa, sofa. Thank you for joining me, friend. Thank you so much for joining me. What a pleasure to have you here again. It's been a while. It's been like maybe like a month or so. How have you? No, it's been more than a month. It's been a little bit longer than a month. I've missed you, friend. Missed you so dearly. You schmexy. I've been feeling good about myself at least, sofa, sofa, sofa. So I'll take that as a compliment today. 100%. I haven't been trying to get more sexy, but it seems to be inevitable at this point. Cringe? Yeah, I'm cringing as well, I know. Oh, no, no, please send help. Thank you, Miss Molly. Good day to you, friend. What a pleasure to have here as well. Thank you for saying love to our beloved friend. I appreciate it, Aunt B. Hey, Han. How is you? How is you first? We want to know about you, sofa, sofa, sofa. What is our intention? Freedom. We're talking about freedom today. One of the things that I posed in the Reddit title is, can we all be free? Technically, that's, a roundabout way that I asked it, is can we all be free? And then the other thing to consider is, what if all of us have a different idea of what freedom is supposed to be? Bojana! Bojana! I mean, Slav, down under. How are you doing? I was sending you love just yesterday. I was so much thinking about you. I'm sorry. Human wording, yes. Calm and articulate. Suddenly has a hard time wording. It's so nice to have you. I'm so excited to see you. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing, beloved friend? Melt on B. What a sight to you. Seeing a Boyana in my field of vision right now. Did you already know it's Uncle Becky's birthday in Tasmania? Because it's the 18th of July. That's true. Tomorrow is Uncle Becker's birthday. How about that? What are we going to do? Do you have something planned on B? Do let me know, friend. I'm grateful for this space right now. Shanna, thank you for asking. Thank you for letting yourself be seen, Amanda. Such a pleasure having you here with us. Grateful to be sharing this space. It is. It really is. You have been such a beautiful addition. Genuinely. It's always a pleasure seeing you here with us, Amanda. I don't watch movies ever, but I found time to watch the Matrix trilogy again, and I can't stop thinking about it. Funny, your stories can hijack the mind, but Keanu would say to free your mind. Free your mind in order to be free. If you can't free your mind, your body will never be. Yo! Wow! Awesome. Arpad is working. Arpad is working flawlessly. Like the last three streams, I had to press the button once to go live. Thank you, Arpad, for being so sick, for being so cool. We'll add some magic to this joint. Like literally the rune of magic. Then we'll add the rune of abundance. We'll add the rune of leadership. And then we'll add the rune of Meltmore, or Degas, of dawn, enlightenment, renewal, magic rune, Perthro, Fehu, Ansus, Degas, I think. Something like that. Mm. Man, the sun is gonna slap my ass for a few minutes till it goes and hides behind that tree. I am happy with the place we're sitting, though. It's not that hot, not yet at least. Please, Mrs. Clouds and Mr. Sun, why don't you dance amongst one another and spare me the intensity of you both? Indeed, friends. Indeed to you. Thank you again, Ryan. It's always a pleasure having you here with a bear. How are you doing? How are you doing? I mean, I just got to tune in with you, but I feel maybe you can share with us, in today's topic, what freedom means, how you might be experiencing a certain set of, I don't want to call it even limitation, but how are you experiencing the idea of freedom right now? What is coming up when you hear the word freedom? Like I'm tripping out because that's literally the thing that I was trying to kind of get at with the whole Reddit comment or the Reddit title. Can we all have freedom? And what does my freedom look like versus what does your freedom look like? Because brother Ryan has a family. He has kids that he need is relative, but that he needs to take care of. So his freedom, what freedom is going to mean to him, is going to be significantly different to my freedom and what freedom is going to mean to me. And with that, I mean, with that amount of complexity just between two people, imagine the complexity between all people. And then, with that in mind, asking ourselves, asking one another, what we can do in order to be free. Working, lol. I mean, working is relative, sofa, 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 but here we are, live streaming on Reddit right now. So, what can we say other than thank you? I've just sent some birthday funds to Uncle Becky. You look at you, Mariana. How blessed. Thank you, friend, for doing something so loving. My heart has been breaking ceaselessly. Like I think about you a lot, Boyana, and now it was like this extreme excitement, and now I feel like a part of me has disappointed you, and I'm scared that you're angry at me or something, and it's again separation. It's me not having the freedoms I would like, and then tripping myself out about not having those freedoms. Freedom and liberty. I don't think I've ever used the word liberty as an intention. Freedom and liberty. Let's hoy liberty. Because I believe I shared with you a video, and I don't know if you came back to me just yet. Yeah, I'm sending you so many good vibes, though. So much love. I received your gift, Shannon. Thank you. Much love. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, friend, for reaching out and for asking. Letting yourself be seen. Host love. You better be taking good care of my friend over there. I'm sure. I'm sure. 100% sure. Hello, Eva. I don't know why she stinks that bad. It's like deathly. It's like yo, it lingers. Thank you. Oh, it still lingers. Eva, I mean, I'm gonna have to bathe you or something, scrub you. Are you really drinking my water out of my cup? How rude. It's not like she has her own bowl or anything. No, no, no. My water, of course. I haven't even read something worth saying. And I feel like I'm already falling behind on comments here on the YouTube as well. Don't watch movies, free your mind. I haven't actually watched the Matrix movies in a while as well, Jovan. Maybe I need to rewatch them again. I think it would be quite a trip. It's awesome, new Shan. Sending you even more healing vibes. Thank you. Sir Phyllis, it's nice to have you here. It's nice to have you, Isaac. Feeling extra golden today. Feeling pretty toasty, dude. Where is Toast Below? Sending Kyle some vibes as well right now. I'm feeling like I'm being seen. Like the sun is like has its sights on me. Minute from 8 minutes ago, it's hitting my face, blasting my body with all of the rays. Skibby pop, skibby pop, boop. Yeah, I'm happy you got your package, Molly. Oh goodness, I'm happy that you actually can receive packages in a timely manner in America as well. That's the thing that kind of brings me joy right now. uh, um. Freedom. I'm experiencing a certain sense, and I want to call it a sense of freedom right now. That I'm almost having to get used to again, because this like it's weird. It's so weird because I remember while I was at Christian's place, there was this longing inside of me to just walk outside and walk amongst the trees and have my feet on the floor again, and to be sitting outside. And now when I have all of those things, I kind of have this feeling inside of myself of like asking, why is it I was wanting these things, and now that I have these things, it's almost like I'm instantly taking them for granted again. I'm free, but I want even more freedom, and to be like aware of that enough to realize that there is no such thing as more freedom. You're already free, and we still pursue it. Thank you for saying hi to one another, friends. So lovely. What is Meltmore is looking fabulous at morning for 1,300 Trebek. I don't know exactly what that means, sofa. You trying to auction me? I have to be at least like a few million Trebek, dude. 1,300 Trebek. Maybe like that's where we're starting bidding. You just hear like coughing. Okay, 1,111 Quebec instead. More coughs. Okay, like we'll give them away for free. Like, do you know how much Melt eats? We don't want we don't want him for free even. He's gonna bankrupt. So cool. Hope you get some rest. Thank you for sending that love as well, Auntie. Thank you for joining us. Happy Smile Seeker. It's a pleasure seeing you here. We have Lane joining us as well. How's it going? It's going well, dude. It's going real well. I've been leaning into my freedom. It's been really nice. I feel like I'm into it again. Oh, Melt, you melt me more always. No, you, Slav. No, you. I'm just Melt. You're more. Together we melt more. You friends allow me to be that which I am. I get to be that which I am because you friends are who you are. And if we both weren't exactly who we needed to be, then neither of us would have been who we are. You know? No, what am I even saying? I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is that we're all playing exactly the roles we need to. And I appreciate you friends for being so willing to be a part of this story with me. The story of Haywire Hill, the story of Meltmore, the story of Arpan, story of Reddit, the story of YouTube, the story of content creation, the story of creativity, the story of becoming, self actualization, the story of manifestation. So many stories we're telling each other right now in this moment, and I appreciate you, friends, for being a part of this story with me. Always. Good morning, Max Beans. So nice to have you here with me. Nice to see you, Maxine. Always. Isaac giving us a nice message with I was at a vineyard last night and walked away from the group for a bit to see the sunset, sat on my trunk, and stared for a few minutes. Instantly, each of you friends flew through my mind. As soon as you connected, as soon as you spent some time in that state of mind, all of us were right there with you, Isaac. No more than a thought away. When I say those words to you, friends, none of us, in fact, are no more than a thought away. It's in that context, dude, where as soon as you think, as soon as you feel, as soon as you remember, there we are. Thank you for tuning in this moment as well, Isaac. I appreciate it. My intuition is that I am truly free, but my challenge with feeling freedom is the tension with providing and finding financial abundance. I don't feel alone in this at all. I don't think you are, not even remotely. Not even remotely. But it's uh it's definitely a different pattern to what I'm facing right now. I feel so many, and I said this to you as well during the yoga. As soon as you become a parent, it irreversibly changes you, and the way that you see the world, the way that you see freedom, the way that you envision freedom for your family as a collective, with you as a part of that family, everything changes. And I'm trying to now, even in this state of my current existence, to be mindful of that in a way where if I ever allowed a family, I can live in a way that would still allow me freedom in the context, maybe in some context of what I consider freedom now. It's a difficult problem for me to try and solve. Not that it's a problem at all. Yes, Ryan, that is the conundrum of modernity. We have loving beings that depend on us and our time to provide sustainable wealth. Proud of you for you to find the financial abundance in fulfilling endeavors. You're so loved. So loved, Ryan. Like, I'm not making less of anything you're doing, of course not. Quite the contrary. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of how much you have done, how much you continue to do, how much you've done for me, even. A random person on the internet, like, just that, right? Just that you have shown me what type of person you are, what type of things you would like to do for this world. I'm sure, I'm no doubt in my heart, in fact, that there will be more financial abundance than we can use. You want to drink my water again? Like, it feels like Eva is like straight up eyeing my glass. I'm gonna pour myself another glass of water, but I'm gonna maybe like only fill it halfway. My water. This is my water. My love you, love you, love you. Hermius Blur. God will uplift, peace, love, unity, and respect. Please remember, Mrs. Water. Stay hydrated, friends. It's all right. Been playing a few gigs. Have they been going well? Have you been learning things? Have the people you've been playing the gigs for been enjoying them? Do let us know, Lane. Meep Morp and more mini machines. It's nice to have you here, Gobbity Goo. Thank you for melting some minds, dude. 240 people watching. You're famous. Yeah, it's 531 right now, so I'm almost twice as famous as I were 50 seconds ago or 3 minutes ago. That's exactly how it works. Yes. I'm sorry. Okay, to freedom. This joint was rolled for freedom. Freedom, and then the outside was maybe it's better that I forget the manifestations. Public service announcement. Fire is in fact hot. Come back tomorrow for more tips. Okay, I'm missing a few. I admire the courage of you and Uncle Becky and Aunt B so much to show out for love the way that you do and face the challenge you'll face with freedom and abundance. You guys are superheroes. It's an interesting trip, huh? Where I have made myself something or made a promise to myself doing something that certain people consider me limiting my own freedoms. Like my family, for example. My family don't understand in the way that I do when it comes to this commitment that I've made, where they're like, oh, just stop for a weekend and come and do whatever, and then you can go back to it. And I'm like, no. No. And they're like, why? And I'm like, well, I've made a commitment to do this every day. And then from the external perspective, there is this intuition or this interpretation, maybe is the correct word, that I'm somehow less free because I'm doing these things, because I'm choosing to practice in this way, choosing to practice for myself in this way. And the way that I interpret it is this is what I've chosen for myself, and this is the life that I'm trying to manifest. And I'm doing it with this intention to allow myself freedom, like limiting myself, reducing the freedoms I have right now when it comes to my autonomy, maybe to ensure my freedom when it comes to my autonomy, maybe. You know? It's just a matter of time now. And I like to believe that I have an old soul when it comes to the time spans or the time frames that I think in. I don't worry about how things are going to turn out when it comes to my financial abundance within the next 2 5 years even, because I know within the next 10 years, within the next 20 years, we'll be able to build something that is worthy of support, let's say it that way. Hot background, morning buzz, nice to have you here. Hope it's as cheerful as you. I hope you have an amazing day, friend. Take this cheerful energy with you. It's exciting for sure, man. The sun is gonna be sinking in the next like maybe 6 minutes, and then I'll have this blazing out of my face for a moment. Freedom, freedom. Man, I feel this topic is bringing up a lot more in me than I anticipated, especially since I feel so free. I feel so free, more free than ever. And yet I'm becoming less free day by day. What I used to consider free, I'm freeing myself up. Life is good. It's really nice to see your face, mate. It's nice to see. Well, I don't know what your face looks like, Boyana, but I know what your soul looks like to me, at least. It's nice to see you, friend. Thank you for joining me. Wish I was doing cartwheels in the pasture behind Mel. while he jibber jabbers right with you. I mean, gobbledygoo. I know it's not quite as easy as going over to the hill, but it's open to you. I'm going to do one now just before you, my friend. Thank you, Bayana, for living into that silliness. Maxine said, the joy doesn't come from the manifestation, it comes from the journey to it. Gratitude helps me to feel the weight of my blessings. Gratitude helps me to feel the weight of my blessings. Get into a gratitude loop. Have that weight pushed down on you and melt into the cracks of the universe. Yow! Thank you, Maxine, for sharing that, my friend. I appreciate it. Mm, you guys are the superheroes. We're all superheroes, brother Ryan. Every single one of us is gonna have to play a role if we're gonna save the world at all. Sometimes I ponder last night something I pondered last night and would like to know your thoughts. Aggression is just fear left without contemplation. It's just fear left without contemplation. It's like the fear is leaving you without contemplation. Is that what you mean? Aggression is fear leaving without contemplation. Hmm, I'm not necessarily sure if that is a truth statement. Not in the way that I'm considering right now, because aggression can be a lack of power or a lack of masculinity as well, and you can do things aggressive because of that insecurity. But maybe that insecurity is a fear, and if you want to go to absolutes, I like to believe that there are only two fundamentals, and it's love or separation. And separation technically is the fear of being away from love. So maybe. It's an interesting point. I like it, Isaac. Thank you for pondering with me. Light to you. Thank you, Natalie, for joining us. It's okay. You don't have to stay, friend. You're here for a moment, and that means a lot already. But want you all to know that I'm thinking of you while I'm online diet. It's okay. Thank you, Natalie. Sending you love, friend. I cooked a garden fresh dinner and thought of you. Thank you for sharing that as well, Jovan. I appreciate that. Ryan, imagine those superheroes are absolutely inspired by you as well. Yes, and what a recognition of your own power. Not only have we been inspired by Brother Ryan, but Ryan has irreversibly changed the type of superhero I am going to have to be in this world. Now I'm a yoga teacher. I'm like an actual yoga teacher now. I teach yoga every single day. I went from like doing these streams every single day to now doing these streams and being a daily yoga teacher as well. And again, in this context of what freedom means, literally 564 days ago, I would have been the most free that I would have been the most free that version of myself could have considered myself. And now, fast forward to day 563 as we are right now, I have more things that are making me less free, but I feel more free than I did at that point in my life. So, realizing that freedom is something that you technically make up for yourself, and then choosing to do that actively. Jabba Galaxy, Mel, it's been forever. It has been so long. What a pleasure to see you here again. Love to you, friend. How are you doing? How's life treating you? We have some katlachters coming and saying hi. They can be super loud. Yeah, scaps, 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 scaps. Yep, scaps, scaps, scaps. We'll see if they go into a screaming fit. Nice smoke spot. Thank you. Won't give no credit. I'm happy to have you join me in the smoke spot, friend. Get to share it instead of keeping it all to myself. I understand what you mean about being free. It is accomplished in layers. We are all one. That we are, friend. We're all one, and that's the trip with like what freedom means as well. Because the current world we live in exploits certain people at the expense of freedom for others. Fortunately, we're moving into an age where we have robotic hands doing most of the work, so automation is going to take care of a lot of that, allowing a lot more people a lot more freedoms. But that freedom is going to differ from person to person, and we have to ask the question of whether or not that's fair. Is it gonna be fair? I meditated yesterday while rubbing my dog's belly about recognizing when you're in the good old days while you're in them. I felt gratitude and sent a little message of love to future Gob. I love that. I love that, and I do the exact same thing, Gob. I think about these days as the good old days in a way where this closeness we get in the community, the smallness of things still, right? Like our words and our actions and our choices always have massive implications, but the massivity of the implications maybe aren't as tangible right now as they will be in the future. And we get to be a little bit more lax, a little bit more playful, a little bit more happy go lucky even during these days. And we get to be in these moments and we get to, as you said, we get to meditate and reflect on right now, imagining what our future self will think about the right now and be thankful like our future self will be for the right now. So thank you, Gab. Thank you, friend. I need to meditate more, Gab. Absolutely, Maxine. Like spend 11 minutes a day. Literally. Just 11 minutes, friends. I'm serious. Spend 11 minutes and 11 seconds meditating. You just sit and you pay attention to yourself and you focus on your breath a little bit. You notice your thoughts running around. Focus on yourself again. You'll learn a lot. Hmm? You'll learn so much about you. And you are very rare. The you that you are. Not the you that you are in the form that you are right now. The I that you are, I feel is as abundant as infinity. But the you that you are, the me that you are, the body that you are, is a very rare entity. Extremely so. And you only get a certain amount of time with this entity. Get to know yourself. Spend some time with yourself. It's literally one of the most rare experiences that will ever exist in the infinite universe. You. And you're free to live that. And you're free to not. You're already free, friend. It's just about what that freedom means to you now. Me too. We can all do with more meditation. Admitting it to ourselves is a good step. I saw a post of millennials that are pushing 40. I was like, what? I mean, yeah. I mean, early. No, no. Are are millennials born in the 80s? No, that can't be right, right? I can't think that that would be right. When I drum up, what's my soul, right? Imagine. When I drum up the father I want to be in my mind's eye, the picture of love I want to have every time I see you and your daughter, her swinging around your chair, your your bear friend. So thank you once again, Ryan. I'm going to be that father, I promise. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you for recognizing Ryan in that way. He's actually going to go and be a dad today, so he's very much in that fractal. This week's lawn snack is heirloom peas. Heirloom peas, right from the garden, eating from the land. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, aggression is just fear that is not contemplated on. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, like it's a response of maybe fear that you didn't actually spend the time thinking about where it's coming from, why it is you're feeling that way, and then you respond out of aggression because you didn't spend the time thinking about it. I feel that. Mandatory YouTube visit to say how much I admire y'all. We truly all have superpowers. Yup, I really believe that. Me too, Bethany. Aunt B, Miss Boopeth the Snooteth. Like 100%. And superpowers, I feel, like the way that I understand superpowers these days is in a word that is cities, and it sounds like cities, but it's cities. City, SIHDIS, might be spelled that way. But apparently, it's a term within yogic philosophy where people practice yoga and then they gain levels of awareness, powers because of that. And it can range from stuff like precognition and mind reading and divine intuition channeling and the power to dance, and like there's a bunch of these powers, and they tend to be very trippy when you think about what our friend group is and how we kind of act. So these powers have existed for way longer than even our society has existed. So I don't even have a doubt in my heart on the all of us have powers, and all of us are going to have to use these powers to save this world. We kind of grew up with this televised understanding of superhero individuals being able to like stop planes falling out of the sky, which is physically impossible. The plane will fold in on itself like a thin, soda can. Like, even if you were strong enough to stop that thing, the physics of your size versus the size of the plane doesn't work. So realizing that the way that we can save the world is by using our powers, our creative ability, our ability to conversate, stuff that's free technically, just being able to be nice to someone in a passing moment, you can change lives, you can literally save lives. I definitely have been learning a lot. My next gig is with the narcissist, very conservative rock artist. He may be screwing me over, and I don't fully trust him, but I decide that I need the money. I don't like to get super political with my own music, but I'm fine if the others getting political. But some of his lyrics are very ignorant and stuff I don't agree with. Like I can't even recommend you don't listen to it because you have to be the bassist. Good luck, brother Bear. Hopefully he pays well. That's the fractal I'm gonna send your way. User not found 404. Thank you for the wholesome friend. I think it might be the first time seeing your username. Sending you love. Feels like the Twilight Zone when the sun is about to go down. When you streamed, it come up. Technically, it is going to happen during the stream as well. Maybe not in the stream, but I have a Sangha today. I do have the Sangha. So, Shannon, if you would like to join me, I have 3 friends that signed up from the studio as well. So, people that I haven't met that I get to do the Sangha with. I'm really looking forward to that. Hmm. Gonna do some contemplations. Gonna do some contemplation. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, friends. Hey, Eden. It's nice to have you here, friend. Thank you for joining us. How are you? I think we thought about you this morning and sent you some messages or tagged you. But I agree with the guitarist, who is now a good friend, that I would play the gig. I'm treating this like more like a business opportunity than a musical interest. And at the end of the day, you're gaining experience in doing so, right? Like I don't know if bassists need CVs if they want to go and play for another band, but you get another little node and a little fractal of I did this thing. I showed up, played bass for someone that I didn't particularly, agree with or enjoyed his music, but I could still, keep pace, could still do my job, if you will. Thank you for the silver. I appreciate that. Happy Smile Seeker. So much love to you as well, friend. Jumping Jack joining us saying, sending love to all of you beautiful people here that make my day shine a bit brighter than they used to. Blessings and love, friends. Mm. I'm seeing like one of those fighter planes that has like almost like a little bit forward curving wings and prop propellers, dog fighting people in the sky. I don't know if that's of any significance. I've been seeing a lot of planes as of late. Sending you love. Jumping Jack, Max Beans, thank you for sending love as well. Boop, lots of love to you, sister. Been missing you guys. Hug the goat. I'll get like the baby goat and yourself from me. I'll take you up on that offer. I see a wedding ring that looks to be like an infinity with a stone in the middle of it. I don't know if you can really put your finger through it, but hey, Max Beans. Hope you're feeling good today. Thank you, Jump In, for joining as well, friend. Sending love back. Freedom is being able to travel somewhere and not get asked for identification or pulled over, lol. Yeah, and right now in my state of existence, I don't actually have that sofa. I can't just travel everywhere, but I am free enough to walk in any direction I want to right now, right? So it's about that limitation. I can tell myself I'm not free because I don't have the money to fly to other countries right now, right? Oh, I'm stuck in my own country. Blah, 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 blah. Or I could be like, I can walk infinitely, probably in any one of these directions. And I can continue walking, and I will probably drop dead before I will stop walking in any one of these directions. So, how much more free do I want to be? Really? Do I want to be even more free than that? Yes, dude. I need to chillax. So, it's just about it's a mindset. And I'm not saying that one mindset is better than the other. It's just about knowing that both of them are always available, surrounding you in loving thoughts and all day, friend. Thank you, Auntie, for the love. Meltmore gets it. I get some air every now and then. I get to have interesting thoughts. I get to drink sips of water, but I don't know what I got right now. Dank boy, nice dog. She's a sweetheart. Thank you, friend, for joining me as well. Literature serious. Have you ever tried DMT, my friend? I have. I have tried DMT. It's quite an experience. It melts everything you think you know, and then some. and then some, and then some more. I'm just thinking back to my first experience, and I see myself coming back, still the me that I consider myself, and yet coming back with a different set of eyes almost. I'm still the same observer, but now that observer has observed something that cannot be unobserved. There's so many birds all around me right now. There's a little dude of red sitting in the tree very close to me, maybe like 3 meters, maybe like max 4 meters away from me. 4 meters is like two very tall people stacked on top of one another. He's grooming himself. I do want to show you, but I'm scared if I'm gonna pull my phone out of the cover, it's gonna make that click and he's gonna fly away. He's also kind of obscured between the branches, and I won't be able to zoom in to show you properly. You'll have to trust me. Bereave. Do you bereave? I'm gonna try and show you nonetheless. Didn't like that for a moment. Sorry, YouTube friend. I mean, I could. Can I? YouTubeception it? No, I don't think so. Hmm. Little burps. Let's see if I can show you here the YouTube as well. I think that's wide. That's way too close. I can. Hey, I can zoom. Look at that. Just doing his thing, cleaning himself or something. Cool. Bethany, right back at you. Thank you for the love, friend. Well, you said a lack of power. Isn't the fear of not having power that makes you strike out If you contemplate and realize you hold the power you need, the aggression can go away. Hmm, it's a good point. Try explaining that to someone who's angry, though. Yeah, I've been really thinking about it. I'm just leading into the other side of that infinity as well. Thank you. You're completely right, Isaac. I was hurt in a nasty way yesterday, and I was in a state of I was hurt in a nasty way yesterday, and in that state of pain, when you're almost pacing, stomping around, trying to figure out what to do with that energy, a thought came to mind. I was afraid of the pain and the injury, and I could feel the easiest way to channel it was aggression. But now instead, I sat with it and I allowed myself to be afraid. Goodness, so many freaking inspiring people just reading your names in this chat elicits such a response of memory and power. You all accomplished so much, and together it is exponential. And we are going to continue creating in this way exponentially going forward. Every single day we show up like this, that energy increases, that infinity broadens, and it goes in all axes, within all dimensions, within every single one of our lives, affecting everything, affecting the way we love our pets, the way we love our family members, the way we love our plants. And we get to continue doing that. We get to share that energy with everyone we come into contact with now. Thank you, Isaac, for sharing it with us as well, friend. For me, I don't even know if I want to share it. Our cat has been acting really strangely. He's been tearing things apart and eating out of the bags. He took a massive shit on the couch. I'm so sorry. I know. I know. I'm like, why would you do this, dude? What's wrong with you? And I, in that same way, that aggression where I'm like, bruh, why? why? Why are you like this? And what can I do? What can I do, Isaac? What can I do other than just be like, yes, I am Zen. Zen myself out. Thank you for sharing yourself with all of us. It's such a beautiful blessing to us all. Thank you for doing the exact same on P. The fact that you're in this space with me right now means that we actually get to see you as well. So you're doing the same thing, friend. Love to you. Ryan's consistency, self discipline, love is extremely powerful. Oh, yes. He has showed me that as well. He showed me how powerful it is in the way where one, he started the practice based on that power, then two, that practice, that power manifested something, then three, that manifestation manifested yet more. And we are only a few months into that manifestation cycle, and it has already broadened so many things, has taught me so much. Whew, eternally grateful for everything you do, brother Ryan. Same melt. Free myself from the limits I believe I had, who has been experiencing life change Freeing myself from the limits I believed I had has been an incredible life changing experience. Embracing life for the first time and having hope for the future. Mm. And that, the fact that you, for your life, for your family, has hope for the future, that's what we want to give people, right? I couldn't, and it sounds a little bit insensitive, but I couldn't care less if someone doesn't value what is being said in this space. I care a lot if someone does value what is being said in this space, because that is what is valuable. You finding value is what is valuable, and you're the one that does that. So thank you, friends, for finding value in noise. I really appreciate it. I was afraid of my pain. I think I've already read in one. Thank you again, Isaac, for sharing so deeply, friend. Watching and hearing you step into your power is an honor. It is, right, Bethany? And it's been like this process of watching her become as well. Like Shannon, a friend in the space with us, she was so like, I don't know if the right word is anxiety driven, but as a perspective, as one side of the spectrum, anxiety driven in the way where she didn't want to say anything in the space, and then it transitioned to only being in the space but not saying anything in the space, and then it transitioned into only saying two letters hi in the space, and then a hello, and then a full sentence, and then to the person, the whole person we know right now, watching her become even more of a person, equipping her with new skills, giving her a side of the world that has always been in this world, and if it wasn't for her showing up for herself, she wouldn't be who she is. And to learn with her, to be in this experience with all of us, and to know that all of us are going through it. It's a lot. It is. I know it's such a lot, and it's not going to get any less. That's what it means to me. It's just this overflow of information. Feels like you're melting, and then realizing that you can melt more, that you can dive yet deeper, become yet more, grow even even sharper. Keep going, friends. Goodness, so freaking inspiring. No, you, Isaac. No, you, Fred. Agree with the statement 1000%. You are a born healer. Honestly, Shannon, you've got this. Oh, yes, she does. Medicine mother. That's what I call Shannon. Medicine mother. You are a born healer. Again, thank you. Truth, my friend. Hey, Dan is joining us as well, saying, "Good morning, brother. I need some positive vibes. I have a medication that is messing up my system." Hmm. I'm seeing uh okay. I don't know if I want to share this, but it went like uh like a circle or a hole. And then as I was peering into the hole, there was like a what looked like a cradle at first. And then instead of it being a cradle, it had like fleshy, like almost like gum-like sides. And then as I noticed the gum-like sides, it was like a tooth. And then as I got closer to the tooth, it was still cradle-like, so kind of like hollowed out on the inside. And then as I was like, what the hell am I looking at? It almost like broke, like the universe broke in half on an axis where the cradle kind of connected to itself and then folded another universe onto itself where that cradle was now mirrored, and like part of the cradle had like sticky outy bits coming out like that, and then it became like a mouth of like a tooth cradle. How about that, Dan? Yes. Yeah. Noise. Literal noise. Seeing something within infinity. All in positive vibes, friend. I hope you feel better soon. Sending you so much love, friend. I don't know if I want to ask if you would like to tell us, the space is open to you. Also, your stream of the sunrise made me think about how literally every second of every day, someone is getting to see a brand new sunrise, right? Or a sunset. That there is this ceaseless experience happening right around our world right now. And it never stops. It's like a vibration. It's like an activeness. Human beings getting up in the sunlight and moving about and then dropping as it goes into nighttime. And then that happens all over the planet for all of us. Also, your stream. Oh, thank goodness, you friends. I love you so much. Thank you, Tony, for your words and encouragement. We see you, Shannon. We see you, Fred. It's such a pleasure. I'm sorry to hear this. Can be so frustrating. I hope your system readjusts quickly. Thank you for that love, friend, for that intention. Showing up to receive love is a powerful thing. Proud of you, friend, because you're saying to yourself and to the universe that I am worthy. Asking I need some positivity right now is you being for the universe like I am worthy of receiving positivity, instead of just mauling in the state of uh I'm negative, I shouldn't be in this space because this space is for positivity, and then removing yourself because of the negative feeling. Show up because of the negative feeling, and we can beat it to face it with some positivity. Is this what Christian means with aggressive positivity? I'm sorry, Christian. I know that I know that where you are just means that the upside is just around the corner. I feel that. Thank you. Scout is having solid poops. Woohoo! Solid pooping. Scout. Isaac has been dealing with diarrhea dog, for the last almost like 2 weeks. Has it been longer? Has it been longer than 2 weeks, bro? So it's been missions, like it's one thing cleaning dog poops when they're little logs. It's a whole other thing cleaning dog poop when it's a layer that is either still warm and wet. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm cringing now. Or it's like dried onto the floor or into the mat, and it's both. It's horror. It's absolute horror, and it's a part of the process of owning a new puppy sometimes. So much love to you. I'm happy to hear there's solid poops, Isaac. A unique thing to celebrate, but hooray for solid part. Yes, exactly. That's the beauty of this space. We don't pretend to be like, oh, oh no. We know that we are all of that. For solid foods. I had a gout flare up. The medication makes my stomach feel like it's in twists and knots. Foot pain is decreasing, but foot pain is decreasing, gut pain increasing. Hmm. I saw a computer, and then as I recognized that it's a computer, I zoomed in and found myself at the keyboard. And then I looked up into the screen, and then I went into the screen, and there was a simulation of a little volcano. Very basic simulation. Like, it was like badly rendered, even. It was like low poly, low geometry. It was like it was symmetrical, even. That's how low geometry it was. And then the little volcano erupted for a second. The masculine part of me, brother Dan, as you probably know, wants to give advice, but I'm just here with you, brother Bear. You don't need advice. I'm sure you'll get better. I hope the medication, either changes or something with your body, adjusts to actually adapt for that. I know that pain, and I'm so, so sorry that you're feeling this way. A pillow in between the knees, a hot drink of soup, or a cool rag on the head, friend. That helps me sometimes. Thank you, Isaac. You see, now I'm extra happy that I didn't try to say anything because now I get to read, you beloved friends' helping attempts, sending you soothing feelings. Thank you, Amanda, for the positivity. Isaac, always dried in, always in spots I use the most. It's like pressure points almost. Thank you, dear friends. All of the healing from the positivity exists here. Yes, it does. And it's this mindset of mine, at least, where I believe in the power of prayer, because if you as a community come together and resolutely believe that there is a God out there somewhere, and like praying for this outcome as a collective, and there is belief in your hearts for that, that is you channeling manifestation energy into that realization. And then what people do is they give that power away by being like, oh, thank you so and so for doing such and such. But we all have that power. It's just about actually believing in ourselves enough to try manifest the worlds we want. And I believe that's what we're doing. These streams, every single day, consciously evolving, consciously manifesting the reality that we want going into our future. And you friends have been inspiring in that way. I thank you. I thank you eternally for it. Child's pose as well. Moving from child's pose to cat cow works for some gut, some tension through my gut. There we go. So cat cows, I would actually highly recommend because it has like a digestive fire adder as well. This is something that they call it. So by moving your gut in that way, you're almost allowing for your body to. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. Stimulate movement, add movement. Our human bodies. The amount of depth we understand just our human bodies right now with, as opposed to human beings 10,000 years ago. Like if you had something wrong with you, you were just like, And what can I say, dude? I don't know. It's I so guess you're gonna die. Yeah, like now we actually know the poops, not pressure points. Uh, always dried in, always in spots I use the most. Okay. I was for some reason thinking about like skin for some reason dried out in spots you use the most, and then I mentioned pressure points. Maybe my mind was just like filtering out the horror of the reality of poops dried into things in spots that you use and being like, bro, like the deep disappointment and pain in your heart. Nice dog. Thank you again. Stat chef smoking next door. Poor dog. She's so fine, friend. Thank you for your concern, though. Happy Smile Seeker and Goblin Nugget and the PK Ripper sending so much love to you. Rambler! Ding, 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 ding! I've been waiting for you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Rambler became a Patreon supporter yesterday. Thank you. Thank you so much. I made the flower of yesterday's, with the intention of like creating turbulence so that you can see what the flowers look like. When I set an intention to make something specific, what did you think? What did you think, Mr. Rambler? And again, thank you for your support, friend. Sailor Roo? I don't know who he is. I can't leave in a good way. I've never watched this live. It's nice to have you here, Sailor Roo. I do these streams every single day. It's nice to have you. Thank you for tagging the Haywire Hill /info.info. If you want to support Haywire Hill, Uncle Becky and Aunt B, please do so there. This is Meltmore, and he's been streaming every day for 563 days, and never disappoints. It's a great group of people, and truly glad to find you here. It's nice to have you, Celeru. We do these things with the intention of proving to myself and to ourselves that love is true. Where you show up in this space, I show up in this space every single day with this belief that love is true, and then I show up for that. So, meaning that there's at least one node within infinity, within the whole infinite universe. There is one node of a person showing up, believing love is true, despite everything that's going on, despite the world state, despite the economic state, despite suffering. One person shows up in a moment, believing love is true, and then one other person, Aunt B, Sailor Roo, Isaac, Shannon, Jovan, Kyle, so many friends. We show up with one another, Waffle Maker, and then we confirm not only to ourselves but to the whole universe that love is not only true for one person, not for only two people, not for only three people, not only four people, but right now we have 514 people in the space apparently, 560 people in the space right now, 560 nodes, conscious experiencers proving to the universe love is true. And you are doing that right now, friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to find you. It's delighted to have been found, friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Dude, where are you in the South Cali? I have no idea if it's a beach. This is South Africa, friend, and those are mountains. Thank you for joining me, though. It's nice to have you, Darth Raiden. Meltmore is a bodhisattva of inclusivity. Waffle Maker is a beloved friend who I believe knows things that he would have a hard time articulating, And I've been thinking about that, Waffle Maker. I've been thinking about you saying something like that, that I'm just like, does Waffle Maker know something I don't? And I shared this with Uncle Becky today during our phone call, where I honestly don't believe my person, the person that I grew up as, is capable of doing the things that we've done. That the only reason we are where we are right now is because I listen to a part of myself that knows better than I do. And it's a paradoxical. It's so paradoxical because I allow myself now a sense of freedom in my actions, in my life choices, living into that part of myself that I feel makes right decisions instead of being all caught up in my ego's want for things to be in a certain way. and I'm trying to learn waffle maker. I don't believe I know everything. I think maybe in like 11,000 years or so, maybe then I'll know close to everything. At least when it comes to the human experience, and then I can then I can be like, yeah, I know things, but only then. Right now, we're still learning. Thank you, Tuffle, for learning with me, friend. Wizla, chatting so much waffle. It's unreal, Lamal. It's my skill, dude. It's what I can do, friend. I'm channeling universal energy and then making my little voice box make sounds depending on what comes in. Thank you for tuning in with me as well. Synchronicity of the days, gut conversation. I've been riding the struggle bus with bad gut lately. Me too, Ninja Peach. But I thought it was because of my food choices. Like I've been eating the food that is in the fridge instead of cooking myself food, and I was like, yeah, my gut doesn't really particularly enjoy this. That's a trip. I'm tripping out. Okay, let me continue. I have been riding the struggle buzz of gut, gut lately. Should probably hit up the doctor, but I'm stubborn. I'm going to make it my mission to find a good probiotic today. I feel good about that. Please do, and eat whole vegetables. Maybe we should eat more raw vegetables as well. Like my gut has been getting better with the more fruit I've been eating as well, where I was eating some processed foods, and when I switched over to a little bit more fruits, it got a little bit better as well. Probiotics gonna help get better, Peach. Thank you for sending that love as well, Red. I tried fasting, but it didn't help. I think I might need a longer fast. If that doesn't do it, I'll go to the doctor. Always into trying the holistic way first. Please do, friend. Please do. But don't be ashamed, of going to the doctor either. Fortunately, we live in times where we have access to these technologies. Very, very fortunately. And we will only see it get better as well. That's something that I'm hopeful for. We're going to see a whole new age of human health. And I look forward to being a part of that age with you, friends. I need to go to the bathroom and also uh, give myself some time before we do our Sangha. So, if you friends would like to join me on this Sangha, I'm going to be tagging the link on my Discord in the Yoga Floga tab to you friends who are interested. Fermented veggies, there we go. Some sauerkraut, that's the word I was looking for. My guy has always been poopy, lol. The tincture from my Crohn's has been very painful. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, Miss Molly, for sharing love, friend. Regardless of everything we are going through, to still show one another that love is the truth. That we can be these beings of genuine love, regardless of what these forms kind of they do sometimes. Latino Heat, thank you for sharing love as well. Luigi, thinking of you so much. Really happy you have had some relief today. Thank you, Anvi, for sharing that love as well. Ooh, kimchi, there we go. Great idea. That is, if you ain't in the Discord. Thank you, Jovan. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I also have a Patreon if you want to support me financially. For a single dollar, you get access to all of the art that I've made so far, and I continue making daily works of art still. Use the clothing that I wear every day, and then I contort reality in multiple different ways to make a little flower that I get to share with you. The masculine in me sharing it with the feminine that is you as nature, as the human observer, then the observer, the actual observer that is behind the human observer, the masculine, that I get to gift it to you from the feminine, creating a flower like the universe creates flowers for us. I know it's contrived, but it's a beautiful process of sharing my creativity. Thank you, friends, for letting me share this part of my creativity with you as well. Have an amazing day. Like if this is normally the type of amazing day you have, I want you to have like this much of an amazing day. And if you like usually have like this amazing of a day, like this much. You see where I'm going? Keep going up, keep showing up, keep sharing love. Thank you, friends, for sharing love with me. My ears are with you, friends, today, with my hands doing house stuff. Thank you, Siobhan, for having lent us your ears today. Love you. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers, friends. 11:11. We're doing a card right. We are, but I'm gonna have to go and return water to the universe before I pull a card because I can't hold it for much longer. My family is back. Ah, okay. Oh, Melita! Finally, a quick hello from me here. What a pleasure. What a pleasure to see you. Oh, thank you for joining us, friend. We're gonna definitely pull a card. I'm gonna go say hi to my family after I read you what it means. Cool. Feeling a little bit rushed. Mel, nice to see you here, friend. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon, for making sure our friend is seen. Okay. 7 friends watching right now. This one. Stone Stories. So this Stone Stories card to me is Magneta, is what I've dubbed it. We have this little dead volcano that sprouted up on the farm. It has like this like iron sediment steel rock as well as a result of it. And I think of that place as the Stone Stories card. And it goes, messages, listening, and hearing. These petroglyphs were borrowed from a site in New Mexico where some 2,000 petroglyphs have been documented. The step fret geometry embedded in this image mirrors the glyphs in the rock art. Stones and crystals are planetary record keepers. They record ancient wisdom and carry messages from other times and dimensions. Sites across the planet where petroglyphs abound are often considered holy places. Humans, in co creation with the divine, have crafted, pecked, or painted stories in stone that remain today as icons of times past. This card asks you to hear the stories that stones have to tell. What will it take for you to decipher their messages? Seek to quiet your mind and listen with your intuitive senses. Stones. Hallo mama! Hoe was ons naweek gewees? Heel rustig. Gaan met ouma. Nee, sy bietjie siek. En toe mag my 'n McFlurry gebring. Baie dankie mamma. Ek waardeer. McFlurry. Dankie weer eens mamma. Ek gaan nou in die huis wees. Stones reveal meaning. That what will it take? Seek to quiet your mind and listen with your intuitive senses. Stones reveal meaning when you pay attention and tune into their ancient stories. As you sit with crystals, petroglyphs, and stones at sacred sites, or simply in nature, Recognize that you will hear their messages when you learn to listen. Finally, this card requests that you understand how learning to listen will improve your ability to understand far more than these stone stories. You are asked to consciously listen and truly hear every facet of creation, including the people around you and the voice of your own heart. Nice. That one is a cool one. I'm definitely going to be spending some time with my crystals tonight. I left my big plate of crystals at Christian's place, unfortunately. Mini bummer. Not the end of the world, though. Love you, friends. Love, love. Double love. Triple love. Quadruple love. Penta love. Octuple love. No. What is the sixth one? All of the love. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I'll see you again very soon. I just gotta say, Stone Stories. Yow! Wow! Takes another puff of my joint. Thank you for sharing that. I love that, Melita. Love to you, friends. Thank you for joining me for some Stone Stories. See you again soon. Cheers, cheers.